Lads, it's all kicking off. Yo guys, it is your boy Niren here. We are back once again. A second video of the day. Are you mad? It's all kicked off. The European Super League, an idea formed by 6 of the top teams in England, as well as 6 further sides in Italy and Spain, to break away from UEFA, break away from FIFA, and create their own league where they just play each other all the time. I don't want to see Real Madrid every 3 weeks. A plan for that was devised and put forward into the public sphere about 2 days ago. Today, Chelsea, one of the top 6 in England, one of the teams putting forward this idea and are meant to be taking part in a potential European Super League, are announcing they're not going to be in it. We haven't had like a full statement from Chelsea, but there's reports coming out. BBC are reporting it, and very well-known journalists are reporting that Chelsea are now preparing to leave the Super League. How do you leave it before it's even started? This is very Arsenal behaviour. Now, this also comes after Chelsea fans were protesting outside Stamford Bridge. It got a little bit ugly. There was a lot of a little bit of violent stuff going on. It was peaceful on the most part, but people were throwing stuff about, getting a little bit violent, and Petr Cech, who obviously works at the club, physically came out to talk to people who were there. Thogden's in the background. He's gonna have a banger of a video from this. I have to get this one out first. Theo, I'm sorry. Look, it's nothing personal. He came out and sort of tried to deal with the fans and trying to portray that, look, this is not staff members' fault. This isn't the players' fault. All you're doing is stopping the players actually being able to park up at the stadium. Ironically, he just wanted the bus being parked. Jose Mourinho's been out of a job 1 day. Coincidence? I think not. But yeah, Petr Cech came out, tried to plead with fans to move away and allow players to actually park. People were calling him a traitor in the crowd, which I think is ridiculous. He's a legend of the club and quite evidently doesn't want this as well. During the video, actually said, "Just give us time," which was a key statement because clearly all the time they needed was about 10 minutes after this video came out. Yesterday, Florentino Perez was talking about the fact that people couldn't leave now. It was too late. If a team wanted to leave, the deal was done, they'd signed a contract, and they weren't going to be able to do so. So we're still going to have to see how this develops. I doubt it'll be a situation, this is where I get proven wrong dramatically, but I doubt it'll be a situation where Chelsea say they're going to leave and then in an hour from now, the Super League's completely done and folded. But you know, this is a start potentially of all the dominoes falling. I said earlier on that if one team, especially from England, one team out of the top 6 in England said they didn't want to do it anymore, everyone else would kind of follow suit begrudgingly, but enough people would leave that it's not really a viable option anymore. You know, now we've got a Super League that wouldn't have PSG, Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, or Chelsea in. No matter how desperate you are to start this sort of thing, it's just not going to happen when you don't have all the big teams in the world. You're just competition for the Champions League then. But this is huge. This is a massive, massive step. Even if they maybe backtrack on it, I don't know, but it seems pretty official. It's mad that already, just off the backlash alone of the last 2 days for this European Super League idea, that they are already thinking of pulling the plug, Roman Abramovich and the people there. If you do want to know more details about the ESL and the concept, then you can check out a video in the top right of the screen that will take you there, of me just sort of explaining the situation and giving my immediate thoughts on it. But yeah, regardless, this could be massive. This could be the start of all the dominoes falling. I imagine a Manchester City probably wouldn't be too far behind in this situation. Realistically, Man City don't need the money that a Super League is going to bring to them. They just want to look good in the eyes of the public, I imagine. They want to, you know, they've spent a long time renovating the area of Manchester, making it seem like they're a club that does actually care about the local community, given the PR that they had when the owners first came in, of just being oil money and that's it. You know, they're not going to want to tarnish their reputation over nothing. Obviously, their reputation's already tarnished, but if they can try and lead, then they might get seen as the good guys, as I imagine Chelsea will now be seen. But if anyone is thinking of doing protesting like this, if you're thinking of going to a stadium, bringing out the banners like I've seen on Twitter today, just remember that it's not the players and the staff's fault, okay? Don't start attacking Petr Cech, throwing things at team buses, calling people money grabbing when they're just the players. They didn't sign up for this. They only found out about it when we did, which is incredible to even think about. The managers had no say, the coaches had no say, the players had no say. You're misdirecting the anger that should be being portrayed solely at the owners. And I know it's impossible to get to the owners because they're these mysterious figures that only visit the city once every 4 years, but genuinely attacking players is not going to help the situation. So that's kind of final words on that. We'll see how this develops. Chelsea could be the first of many that fall away from this idea. I don't think you'll see United or Liverpool fall away anytime soon. We seem to be the main instigators, unfortunately, but you might see Man City drop out here in the next day or two. Niran of the past, shut up for a second. Literally, as I press stop on the recording, Manchester City have gone as well. Now, this is extraordinary. So, obviously, this is, I imagine, come through them debating together, but Chelsea have announced they're going to be leaving the Super League, potentially, or documentation is in process. Manchester City are doing the same. This has to be the end. I'm not gonna lie. I can't see a way where only 4 teams from England then manage to convince everybody else if Chelsea and City aren't on it. Because ultimately, the top 6 were like the key factor here, I feel. Along with Real Madrid, along with Juventus. But really, this all revolved around the top 6 sticking together. If Chelsea and City are going to dip back into the Premier League, there's no way this is happening. I can't see this actually continuing now. As I said a second ago, if one other team, after Chelsea, ended this, then I couldn't see it carrying on. Roman Abramovich and Sheikh Mansour have gone into negotiations with Florentino Perez to start a Super League only to infiltrate it and end it from the inside, thus creating no respect for the others. I like it. It's a good strategy. Again, I said that this is probably the end. It's not completely the end. Obviously, this is still very early on. I'm literally commentating this about a minute and a half after I saw the original Manchester City tweets, but it's very credible sources that are reporting this now, the same ones that were initially reporting this whole idea and concept was going to happen in the first place. So I definitely think we're going to see City and Chelsea drop here, which I feel were always the ones that were coerced into it a little bit. It didn't really want to be there, but all the cool kids were going and getting stuff from the shops outside the school. And they were like, well, we shouldn't really be going outside to get the food. There's a canteen back there, but we'll come along anyway. The canteens told them they're getting detention and they're backing out, fam. So this is excellent news. Once again, it's very, very basic stuff. This does, however, still leave Liverpool, Manchester United, Tottenham, and Arsenal still in a supposed Super League. And once again, it really makes you wonder how on earth they're going to actually rectify this situation. I don't see them being able to gain the trust the fans back, given what they were willing to do. This could be the end of Liverpool's ownership. I think this could be the end of FSG. Sorry if I'm not looking at the camera. I'm just seeing if there's anything else going on. We've Aguero'd the Super League. To be honest, I'm surprised it wasn't Tottenham and Arsenal that went first after Perez yesterday was talking about potential relegation. But yeah, massive, massive evening on the cards, potentially. This will be the only other video that I do this evening. If it all falls apart, then you'll see that video tomorrow. But let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Is this the end of the ESL just a couple of days after it was originally launched? And what do you make of it? This could well be the saving of football, thanks to Chelsea and City. But let's bear in mind they were willing to end football as well. So they're not really the good guys, but they were good enough to do the job. But yeah, like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video, and obviously, yeah, subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It's at @theofficialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.